All right, here it is, hot off the press. What kind of stock footage to shoot during COVID-19? Some of you may be wondering what to do, and I know some of you are being very creative right now, but I want to give you this information. So I've compiled a list. Here we go. Number one, masks and gloves. Anything to do with masks and gloves. So putting them on, people walking downtown, portraits, cleaning, disinfecting. So anything has to do with that, but mostly like probably hand sanitizer, soap. Then we have nurses and medical professionals. So we're talking about people. Now, guys, if anything in these shots, I just want to advise, I'm hugely into still being very safe. So don't put your health at risk. Don't put anybody else's health at risk trying to get some of these shots. Working from home. So what about technology shots? Having some of your family or you working on a computer or your phone. Big thing going on right now for everyone is Zoom calls. So what about phone calls, talking on a computer? Those are hugely in demand right now. And other home activities. So working out at home, right? So doing some exercise, playing games, with friends or families, maybe virtually if you want. Check that out. Now, what about being bored or reading or doing something else? Just maybe doing a time lapse. There's a creative thought showing that you're spending a lot of time inside. These are all things that, again, companies and agencies are looking for right now. If you have friends, if you can do this safely, guys, then there's delivery people, hugely in demand. Mailman, grocery/Amazon delivery. Obviously, just you guys remember, if you're new to stock footage, you get an Amazon logo in there, you can't use it unless you can get Bezos on the phone and get him to approve the use of the Amazon logo, which is probably not going to happen. But then, so think about that. Family and friends, if you can have them carrying something to the door, and again, being safe, being a distance away from people. And that's another thing too, by the way, social distancing, anything that represents that. We talk about elbow bumping instead of a handshake, right? What about kids at home? That's another thing with all these kids are not in school. If you've got kids, there you go. Film them just hanging out with all the family at home. And then family at the dinner table. There you go. That's something that's happening a lot. And then keeping distance in public, as I mentioned. So even town, there's people you could see, they're standing in line and maybe they're a distance 6 feet apart. You can really see that. Now, that's some of the most in demand. I've got some extras. I've got some other stuff. For part 2 of this, go to my website, put your name in the subscription. I'll send you the rest. And we can talk a little bit more about some ideas that I have. I'll be putting out some stuff that my wife and I have done here while we're trying to stay creative, and give you some more ideas, again, about footage that's in demand, but also something you can do right now so that you don't go crazy. So, all right, guys, hope this is helpful. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be putting out more useful information, more interviews coming your way about how to make more money with your camera. This is Senavi.